leader driving that car number 20X. That is the gamer himself, Carson Maishner. Can he pull it off tonight? Cody King, he is due for a win. The old King Dinger been so close, finishing in the top 3 to 5 every week here in our Pure Stock class. So who will it be tonight? We'll do it again, not this one, but green flag in the air as they go down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Carson Maishner on the inside. King Dinger way up the racetrack. That's opened the door for Connor Maishner, and here comes the 28 of Bartlett. Bartlett going to sling that 28 car in. He is right on the back bumper of Maishner, and around goes the 28. The 28 of Bartlett, problems for him. He will pull it to the edge of the racetrack, and yellow will be coming out on the racetrack. Number 03D of Nathan Dawson. Down the front straightaway, under green, race fans. We got a young flagman in the stand doing a great job for us with his headset on and the flag waving. Down the back straightaway, Maishner with a good start and a good lead. The battle is for second. Cody King runs in that second spot, and here comes Maishner on the inside. Maishner gets a little loose. That's going to open up the door for King, as King will take over that second spot as we go into turn number 1. King running second, Maishner on the inside. Seems like the high line momentum helping Cody King in that red and white car as he takes it into turn number 3. Here comes Maishner back on the inside. Car just a little bit loose. King working good as yellow caution on the racetrack as Bill Rumley loops it down in turn number 1 and 2. As we come down the front straightaway, car number 20X of Carson Maishner, he's going to lead them. Jet Chassis out front. You saw a Jet Chassis win the E-Mod class. Can they do it here tonight in the Hobby Stock class or Pure Stock class also? Tobin Bartlett already back up to that 5th spot. That car number 28 racing his way back into contention. Up front, how about Cody King? King Dinger running in that 2nd spot. He is starting to run down the leader. King Dinger runs in that 2nd spot as we come down the back straightaway. Connor Maishner extremely loose in that 3rd spot. Here comes car number 09 of McKenzie. He is going to try to pass him as we come off turn number 4. Maishner gathers it back up, gets a little loose. Here comes Tobin Bartlett. Bartlett back up, unable to make that pass on the 09. McKenzie going to sling it hard through turn number 1, off of turn number 2. Everybody's chasing that car number 20X. Firehouse Designs, Lake Road Warehouse, all proud sponsors on that car number 20X of Carson Maishner as he leads them. Down the front straightaway, Carson Maishner, he has got that point lead in the Pure Stock class. Cody King running right there on him in that 2nd spot as they go down the back straightaway. Yellow caution on the racetrack. Nathan Dawson, looping that car down in turn number 4. There goes Amanda. As we go down the back straightaway, car number 20 of Carson Maishner, he is your leader. The battle is for that 2nd spot. Cody King runs in second, but here comes Maishner. Maishner extremely loose, gathers it back up. That will give up that 3rd spot as here comes Chris Christopherson. Christopherson will take over 3rd. But up front, everybody chasing that car number 20. 20X going down the back straightaway. Car number 28 has been given the black flag. He is no longer being scored out on the racetrack. As we come down the front straightaway again, car number 20X is your leader, Carson Maishner, as he takes it through turn number 1, coming off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, car number 29 settles in the 2nd. The battle is for that 3rd and 4th spot. Chris Christopherson with a good run as he runs the high side in that 17C car. Maishner a little bit looser as he is on the inside. Up front, though, everybody chasing that car number 20X as he's got 2 more laps around the Speedway. As we go down the back straightaway, race fans, car number 20X of Carson Maishner, he looks like he is going to be a man hard to beat. As he comes down the front straightaway, white flag in the air one more time around as it looks as though he is going to pick up win number 7 on the year this year. Down the back straightaway, all he's got is a straightaway and a half and 2 more turns. Coming to the checkered flag, race fans, let's give him a big round of applause. Driving car number 28, Carson Maishner. 2nd place, car number 29 of Cody King. 3rd, 17C of Chris Christopherson. And then the 47X, none other than Connor Maishner. As he is in McCarthy Auto Group winner circle, Carly will be making her way back up here real soon. We'll go do that one myself.
Okay, I called.
Uh-oh.
I fixed it, like, comes hard.
And here we go. Tim Shields out front in that car number 42T, rather, as he goes down the back straightaway. Used to seeing him as a dark knight as we go down the back straightaway, but he's got that bright orange on that car this year. Tim Shields, no stranger to victory lane here or any other racetrack when he runs the Charger class. Down the front straightaway, he is going to lead lap number 2 as we go through turn number 1 off of turn number 2. All everybody can do is watch him get smaller. Shields go down the back straightaway through turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Tim Shields down the front straightaway as he comes by the flag stand. He is leading lap number 3.
Alcohol will take it off.
It was warm. What about Coke? Right. Do what we got to do. Tim Shields got that car out front. And again, we got people going through passing a helmet for Racing for Ryan, so please give generously if you can. As we come down the front straightaway, Shields still going to lead them in that car number 42T. Beautiful orange race car, taking them through turn number 1 off of turn number 2. Houston Johnson using that high line, unable to capitalize as they go down the back straightaway.
Not yet. We're going to try.
On the racetrack, Matt Dorsum, congratulations on a big win tonight. We know you're the brain. As we go green, Tim Shields still going to lead them, but we got a battle. We got a battle for that second spot. Here comes the 97 of Johnson. Johnson going to dive that car on the inside of Castor as we go through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, up the track. Here comes Castor back on the inside. Problems for Buzz Castor. Castor gathers it back up. He went from second place to last place in turn number 3 and 4. As we come off turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looks like Johnson may have something for him. Don't know if he's going to get it done or not as he comes down the front straightaway. Lap starting to wind down. 7 laps in the books this time by. Up front, everybody chasing that car number 42T of Tim Shields. Shields down the back straightaway. Good run for him, but look who's creeping up on him. That car number 97 of Houston Johnson coming to the front. 97, somebody called the Wildlife Commission. A moose has been spotted here at I-35 Speedway, and he is running in second place looking for that lead. Johnson cuts that corner way up the racetrack. Great run for him as him and Shields are side by side down the back straightaway. Houston getting through turning 1 and 2 a whole lot better than Shields. Making that high line to perfection. Working on the middle of the track. We got a battle for the lead. Johnson at the line. As Johnson dives that car, takes it high, now takes it low down the back straightaway. He has that high line momentum. Down the back straightaway they go. Him and Shields are wheel to wheels. We go into turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4. Great side-by-side racing with 2 laps to go. Down the front straightaway. Johnson will take that lead by the flag stand into turn number 1. Got them antlers flapping in the wind on the front of that car as he will lead them down the back straightaway. Car number 97 of Johnson. McCarthy Auto Group on that car. Green Rolling Farms, all proud sponsors. Malvern Bank coming down the front straightaway looking at the white flag. One more time around for car number 97 of Houston Johnson. Johnson going to lead them. Shields unable to make that car work. As Johnson's going to lead them by 2, 3 car lengths as we go through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, Shields going to try one last-ditch effort on the inside, unable to make it work. Checkered flag in the air for car number 97. The moose is loose. Houston Johnson. Car number 42 of Tim Shields' second. 54 Castor rebounds to 3rd. And 4th place to 9P of Marty Powell. Standing up here now with our Pure Stock. The moose is loose. None other than Houston Johnson. Here on Racing for Ryan night, Mike and Kyle Johnson stepping up, adding purse money and everything tonight, making it a big event. And there he is, race fan. Nice hairstyle, Houston, as you come out of the car. The Moose is loose here tonight in Victory Lane. Run that high line to perfection, getting by the always fast car of Tim Shields in that 42T, but picking up the win here tonight as he is in a heated point battle with Buzz Casher as they have went back and forth for that point lead as he picks up the win here tonight in that McCarthy Auto Group, Malvern Bank, car number 97. Is that Andrew down there? Yep, that's Andrew. McCarthy Auto Group winner's circle. Again, Jessica Osvig taking pictures. Also, Judy Staley Photography taking pictures tonight. So be sure to see both them for all your photo needs. Through turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Here we go, race fans. Andy Bryant taking a look on the inside of Clancy as they come down the front straightaway. Unable to make that move as Clancy's going to lead them into turn number 1. Clancy on the low side gets that car to hook up down the back straightaway. Steve Clancy, he will lead them as we go into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Clancy still going to lead him. Here comes Bryant. Bryant trying to look even lower than Clancy, unable to make that move, and he's got company as here comes Doug Keller. Doug Keller in that yellow caution on the racetrack.
Low and 3, go low and 3. 17, hold your car still. There you go.
Thank you. Which 17 was it?
Stay in line, guys, stay in line.
In the air as they come through turn number 3, off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, flat to the floor as we go by the grandstand into turn number 1. Going down the back straightaway, look at the run of 211 God as he pull up side of 28 of Andy Bryant as we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Here he comes down the front straightaway. Car number 12 going to lead the way. That is Clancy. Way up the racetrack goes Eaton as him and Keller battle side by side. Car number 7 and car number 211, they are wheel to wheel. Here comes Steve Starmer. He is trying to run down the 57 Ainsworth. Man on the move, that 15 of Ed Nolan. Look at the 17T of Shadron Turner. Oh, we got a melee down there. Keller involved, Ainsworth involved. That was some of our front runners. Problems for those guys.
19 on the track.
19 of Conger taking that car behind the wall. Come down front straightaway with the green flag fly. Stephen Clancy going to lead them as we come off the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway by the Timberline logging signs, we go through turn number 3, off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, still leading them as they come by. Stephen Clancy trying to pick up that big check here tonight at I-35 Speedway. Second place going to be going to the 211 of Tim Eaton as him and Doug Keller extremely close down there in turn number 1 and 2. As they go through turn number 3 and 4, Stephen Clancy, he is your leader to go down the back straightaway through turn number 3. Coming off turn number 4, can Clancy lead every lap of this feature with 6 laps in the books that time by? Racing for Ryan Knight here at I-35 Speedway. Another one bites the dust as it is taken behind the wall. 47 of Connor Maishner way up the track. Problems for the 47X as he gathers it back up. He has got issues with that race car. Clancy using the extreme low line. Eaton on the low side. Keller on the low side. Ainsworth still in that 4th spot. As we come down the back straightaway, Keller runs in 3rd. Eaton runs in that 2nd spot. Ainsworth back to 4th. Everybody chasing car number 12C of Stephen Clancy. Clancy to turn number 1, coming off turn number 2 by the McCarthy Auto Group side down the back straightaway. Keller making that move on the high side. See if Keller can make it stick as he is on the high side of Eaton. Keller high, Eaton low. Here we come down the front straightaway. These two are within each, just never touched. Keller takes over that 2nd spot. Keller now sets his sights on that car number 12, Sia Clancy. Does he have enough time? Does he have enough race car to catch him and pass him? It's one thing to run him down, it's another to pass him. Race fans, we have got one more race shaping up for the lead. Clancy has it. Here comes Keller. Keller picked up that feature win a week ago. Can he do it again tonight? Randy Ainsworth moves into that 4th spot as he is running down to 211 of Eaton. Harris Chassis seems to be working for him here tonight as he settles in that 4th spot. Ed Knoll 5th, and here comes the 11S of Steve Starmer. Starmer and Knoll going to be racing side by side through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Looks like Eaton's starting to slip a little bit. Randy Ainsworth eating into that 3rd spot. But up front, everybody chasing that 12C of Stephen Clancy. Looks like Keller may be the man to have something for him. Keller within a car length now. 11 laps in the books. That time by. Clancy going to be on the high side. Low side, rather. Here comes Keller on the high side. Keller going to be looking low. He is going to try to make that move on the high side as they go down the back straightaway. Battle for the lead, race fans, as we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Clancy hangs on to that lead just by a little bit. Here comes Keller. Keller trying to make that move. I think Clancy's still your leader that time by, but here comes Keller. Keller going to take the lead coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Doug Keller dives that car through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Yellow caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. That will back Keller up, I think, behind the 12C of Clancy. There's car number 12C of Clancy out front. Car number 7 of Keller runs right there in that second spot. Car number 211 of Tim Eaton and Ainsworth in 4th. And round the top 5, Team Doughboys heading over the fathead flapping in the wind. Race fans, as we go into turn number 1, coming off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Clancy going to lead him, and here comes Keller. 211 of Eaton making his move. Keller slips a little bit coming off 2. That's going to open the door for the 211 of Eaton. Eaton going to try that high line. Eaton always has the white flag comes out. One more time around for car number 12C of Clancy. Clancy knows Keller's out there. Will he try to block him or will he run his line? What is he going to do down the back straightaway? Car number 12C of Clancy going to lead him. He has got 2 turns. Here comes Keller on the high side. Who's it going to be? We got a drag race coming to the line. Let's give him a round of applause. Picking up the feature win, car number 12C of Stephen Clancy. Second place, car number 7 of Doug Keller. Then comes 211 of Tim Eaton. 57 of Randy Ainsworth. Then the 15 of Ed Nolan, the 17T of Shadron Turner. Stephen, you need help carrying that trophy, or can you do it yourself? Pretty big trophy.
He can either carry it.
Hey, you can tell Chad, look, see, you ain't the only one that can do that on Racing for Ryan night. Ha!
Might have trouble getting his
Great job out there behind the wheel, Stephen. This is one more fast, smooth, slick racing surface here tonight. Finesse behind the wheel. Alexa Greg Reynolds.
In 23I, Ronnie Ishmael.
And here we come. Green flag in the air. Trevor Hunt, that 33 is going to lead them through turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2, Sam Scott going to work the high side as we go down the back straightaway. 20X of Bowler works the inside, and here comes Estes in that 4th Thunderbird. 77 a race, stuck back in traffic, but let's see how long it takes him to come to the front. Osborne with a little bit of a trouble, gathers it back up in that 79 class with this big old field of stock cars here tonight. Down the back straightaway we come. Car number 33 is Hunt's going to lead them. 893 is Scott. Here comes Scott looking on the high side. Scott going to try to take that lead as we come off turn number 4. Hunt right down the inside. Looks like Scott has that high side momentum figured out. Third place, car number 20X. That is John Bowler Jr., but here comes the 997 Estes. Dean Ray trying to thread the needle, and Jeff Dixon in the mix as well. As we go down the back straightaway, Sam Scott still working for everything he's worth, trying to take that lead as he is right up on the berm. He has got to run coming down the front straightaway, but hanging on that lead, car number 33 of Hunt. Sam Scott right on that back bumper. He is working that high side to perfection, trying to run down Trevor Hunt, the young man out front. He is no stranger to victory lane in A modified, B modified, and now stock cars. He comes down the front straightaway. Sam Scott looks like he may have something for him as he comes out of the flag stand into turn number 1. Unable to make that pass that lap, as there's 2 laps in the books that time by. As we come down the back straightaway, race fans, 997 of Estes. He has got to run on the outside of Bowler as Bowler starts to fade. Bowler slipping all the way back to that 5th spot as here comes a 77 of Ray. Dean Ray working that high side 3 wide down the front straightaway. As we go through turn number 1, coming off turn number 2. Trevor Hunt still going to lead him. As over the bank goes the 22X of Alvy Christopherson. 22X bringing out that yellow flag, going to jump that car back on our double file restart. Here we go, stock car racing at its best, coming down the front straightaway. Estes slings that car into that second spot. That is going to move Hollywood Dean Ray up to third, but here comes Scott back on the outside. Sam Scott trying to make it work up high. Gets a little bit loose down the back straightaway. Gathers it up. He went from second all the way back to the fourth position. The two veterans of this sport. On the inside, car number 997 of Estes, and here comes Ray looking up top. Ray going to be battling Estes for that second spot as we go into turn number one. Estes low. Here comes Ray high. Scott back on the high side. Scott moves back up to that fourth spot, and here comes John Bowler Jr. Bowler Jr. is going to be running in that fifth spot. Down the front straightaway, race fans. Car number 33H of Trevor Hunt. He is leading them as we go into turn number one. Coming off turn number two, the 33, he is your leader down the back straightaway. Car number 997 of Jason Estes runs second. 1 and 2 in points, running second and third on the track, and here comes Scott. Scott making that charge back to the front as he slides up the racetrack. Dean Ray searching high, low, anywhere he can search.
Down at turn 4.
A lot of contact down there in turn number 4 as it looks like car number 14X has come to a stop.
Too close to the track. Had to pull a yellow.
We're between 3 and 4. Trevor Hunt on the gas. Estes on the inside, but here comes Ray. Ray got that momentum on the high side. Mopar wound up as he goes through turn number 1 off of turn number 2. Ray way up the racetrack. Here comes Estes, one lane higher than Hunt. Hunt hugging the bottom of that racetrack, doing everything he can to hang on that lead. But here comes Estes. Let's just make them 3 wide down the front straightaway. Is there room? 2 by 2 as we come by the flag stand. How about Sam Scott running with him in that car number 93? Great run for him tonight. And look who's coming in the picture. That car number 34 of Mick Ross. He is in the mix now. 3-way, 4-way battle for the lead as Cook. I don't think we've heard the last of him yet in that car number 93. Down the front straightaway, Mick Ross closing in on him. Great racing all over the racetrack, USRA stock car style. Dean Ray sitting on that high side, just not quite enough room, not quite enough momentum, and here comes Scott back. Mick Ross into the mix. Here comes Ray looking even higher, 3 wide down the front straightaway. Trevor Hunt, contact between the 99. Dean Ray, heavy damage to the front of that race car. Contact with the 997.
It like ripped the whole front of his car off, basically.
Heavy damage to car number 77 with the contact here on the front straightaway. Trevor Hunt on the gas as we come down the front straightaway. He's going to lead them by 2 car lengths as we go into turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2, Estes going to be challenged as we come down as Scott gets extremely loose. And here comes Ross looking on the inside. Mick Ross with a good move all the way up to that 4th spot. Mick Ross has got something working on that 34 car tonight as we've got a battle shaping up for the lead. Trevor Hunt on the inside, 997 of Jason Estes on the outside. As we go through turn number 1, off of turn number 2, Scott trying to make that move back to that 3rd position as Mick Ross runs into 3rd now as we're 3 wide on the back straightaway. Walker on the inside, Dixon on the inside, 24H and Hoover on the outside. Green flag staying out on the racetrack as Ishmael gets that car straightened up. As we've got heavy contact down here between the 20X of Bowler. It looked like Bowler trying to get off the racetrack, and Chad Walker in that 04. Back green, the 04 taking it to the hot lane, but he did bring the caution out. No courtesy laps for him as we come around. Trevor Hunt, car number 33 out front. 997 Estes runs second. 3rd place, car number 34. 93 of Scott. He runs in that 4th spot looking for Moores. He's up the side of Mick Ross to go down the back straightaway. Great racing action for the 3rd and 4th spot. Racing all the way through the pack. As we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Trevor Hunt right on the inside of the racetrack, blocking that low line as the white flag comes out. One more time around for car number 33 of Trevor Hunt. Coming off turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Hunt's going to lead him. Estes in second is car number 79 of Dakota Osborne. He takes it through the infield. As we come through turn number 3, going to be looking at the checker flag. He picked up a win in B modified, going to pick up the win tonight in the USRA stock car class, driving car number 93, or 33 rather, none other than Trevor Hunt. Second place, 997 of Jason Estes. Third place, 34 of Mick Ross. Fourth place, car number 88 of Jeff Dixon. And 93 losing in front of those guys as he loops it down in turn number 4. Push just a little bit too hard. Lane, Trevor Hunt. Backflip, backflip, Trevor, backflip. Come on. All right, never mind. Wonder who will be the first one to take me up on that, and we'll have to get the ambulance out here for him. McCarthy Auto Group Winner Circle finds Trevor Hunt. How do you say it? Trevor Hunt, he is bound for greatness. One of the best, greatest young drivers to come along. He raced USMTS. He's run B Modifieds. Now winning here in a stock car also here tonight. Race fans, this young man has been driving ever since he weighed about 100 pounds with a box full of rocks and a bucket of water in his hand. And he is one of the great ones coming up through the ranks. How do you say it? First of the year, he didn't know if he'd be racing or not. Ends up driving for Sammy Schuler in that 44H in the B Modified class, and now driving for Philip Snodgrass in the stock car class. So let's give another big round of applause in McCarthy Auto Group Winner Circle. None other than Trevor Hunt. Hey, can I have that wagon all ready for him this time? As we come down the front straightaway again, Dennis Elliott on the inside with a good start. He's going to have about a half a car length as we go into turn number 1. Elliott right in the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Noel on the inside. 78 of Derek Hicks. He looks on the outside as he is trying to thread the needle. He will take over that third spot, looking for more. He is on the high side of car number 15, Ed Noel. Here they come down the front straightaway. Again, that 78 car. He is up on the high side. Ed Noel on the low side. Give the second spot to the 78 of Hicks that time by. Hicks cuts that corner. Ed Noel back on the inside, but here comes Derek Hicks. A little forward horsepower hooked up as he settles into that second spot. And here comes through the pack. Keep an eye on that car number 69 as he is coming to the front. As we come down the front straightaway, man on the move. That car number 69 is there's heavy contact between he and Hanson. Again, heavy contact with 69 of Zach Sanders. He is already back up to that 5th place. A lot of metal flapping on the back of car number 98. Down the front straightaway we come, race fans. Ed Noel hanging in third, but right there in second is Derek Hicks in that car number 78. Hicks choosing to run that high line. Dennis Elliott running the extreme low line. As we come down the back straightaway, Hicks pulling up within a car length as we go through turn number 3 off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway we come. Dennis Elliott. He is your leader. Derek Hicks in second. Hicks within a car length that time as we go through turn number 1. 4 laps in the books, race fan. 4 laps in the books. That time by. As we go into turn number 3, going to be racing off turn number 4 as you've got Corey Ray push the tire right out in the middle of the track. But he stood it up. What talent. What talent as he stood the tire up. Impressive. He stood the tire up and rolled it off the track.
Back into the infield.
And it fell right back where it belonged. Elliott always loves to work that low line to perfection. Who's it going to be? Zach Sanders right there coming from the back to the front as he got an issue early in the race. And flapping in the wind, still that car number 98 of Austin Johnson right in the mix. Here we go, locked and loaded. Delaware double file restart. Out front all by his lonesome, that car number 29. As we come through turn number 3 off of turn number 4. Good start by Dennis Elliott. And here comes Ed Noel working back into that second spot. But here comes Hicks on the high side. Derek Hicks way up the racetrack, taking that little forward on the high side. He will go right by Noel. And here comes Sanders as Sanders will move into that third spot. Zach Sanders. And around goes the 26S yellow coming out on the racetrack.
26, by yourself.
Stephen Glenn loops it down in turn number 3 and 4, bringing out the yellow flag. Again, go nowhere. I'll get back to you. We're going back green flag racing on the track. Here we go, race fans down the front straightaway. Dennis Elliott on the gas. Car number 78 of Derek Hicks. He runs in that second spot.
Problems.
Here comes Chad 69 of Zach Sanders as
Tyler Grooms is having problems on the start and decided to pull it into the infield.
Again, Zach Sanders on the low line. He is trying to get past the 78 of Derek Hicks, unable to get it done. Derek Hicks got that high line momentum working down in 3 and 4. Takes the lower line through 1 and 2, and here comes Houston Johnson, car number 97, all the way up to that 4th spot. Race fans, that car number 97 is a crate motor, race fans, as he is bringing it to the front. Car number 97 runs in that 4th spot. Again, car number 29, Dennis Elliott is your leader. 78 of Derek Hicks runs in second. 69 of Zach Sanders in the 97 of Houston Johnson. How about the 15 of Ed Knoll running in that 5th spot? Down the front straightaway, Dennis Elliott trying to win that big money tonight. Stephen Clancy already took on the big check here in the B modified class. Who's it going to be in the A modified class? Derek Hicks, Ford horsepower in that car number 78, runs in second. Up front, Chevy. Zach Sanders Chevy in the 3rd spot. Down the front straightaway, lap starting to wind down with 7 laps in the books that time by. Dennis Elliott hungry for that win, race fans, as he has not set that car in victory lane yet. That is last year's
Oh my gosh.
track champion. As we had a whole lot of contact going on down there, but everybody seemed to escape unscathed except Stephen Glenn and Zach and Corey Ray, as both those cars pull them in the infield with yellow back out on the racetrack. And I'm not through with Clancy up here yet. I want to keep talking. Modified.
As we go green flag racing.
Down the front straightaway, race fans into turn number 1. Coming off turn number 2, Dennis Elliott still going to lead them. How about the 78 of Derek Hicks? As he got that high side momentum, he is going to pull into that 2nd spot. Hicks staying up on that high line. Zach Sanders looking on the low line. Sanders runs in 3rd, Hicks in 2nd. Sanders now will try to take over that 2nd spot. Hicks coming back. Derek Hicks stays in that 2nd spot in car number 78. Hicks using that high line. Sanders on the familiar low line as they go down the back straightaway. Dennis Elliott says, y'all boys sit back there and play. I need this win. Sanders going to try the slide job. Not quite enough momentum as he gets extremely loose down the front straightaway. Hicks will hang on to that 2nd spot. Little hot rod Ford hanging right in there in that car number 78, but this time Sanders has the momentum. Will he slide up the racetrack? No. Here comes Hicks back on the outside. Hicks, only one able to hang that car on the high side and work it like that. Here comes Sanders. He is going to be looking on the inside of Elliott. Sanders doing everything he can as he will take over that 2nd spot. Sanders really getting a run that time down here in turn 3 and 4. He is going to be working over Dennis Elliott with 12 laps in the books as we come through turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Sanders going to be looking low. He is on the inside of Elliott, doing everything he can, trying to look even lower than Elliott is. These two guys, no strangers to each other, as they have battled side by side, race to wheel. Elliott got that low line protected. 29 will hang on to that lead as they go into turn number 3. Sanders going to dive it on the low line again. He is even lower as he is crowded. Those two are side-by-side, race fans. Sanders muscling Elliott out of the way. Dennis Elliott coming back on the inside. This may not be over yet as we go through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Zach Sanders really high and wide as he comes down the front straightaway. He better run for his life as he really muscled by car number 29. Moving back into the picture. Keep an eye on that car number 78 as he is going to try to pass them both down the back straightaway. Here comes Hicks on the high line. Derek Hicks up top in that 78. Does he have enough to pass the 69 down the front straightaway? Derek Hicks, new leader at the line. Derek Hicks takes over that lead. He will lead them through turn number 1, coming off turn number 2. Hicks takes them down the back straightaway. Again, Elliott back up on Sanders as we go through turn number 3. Hicks using that high line to perfection with 15 laps in the books. Elliott going to muscle on the inside of Sanders. Here comes Elliott back. He and Sanders wheel to wheels to go through turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, Elliott got that slow side momentum working again. Hicks pulling away by 3-4 car lengths. Hicks used that high line momentum while those two were tangling, race fans. They were battling it out. Down the front straightaway, Derek Hicks wants that $1,000 to win tonight. Dennis Elliott up on that wheel now, doing everything he can to run down Hicks. Hicks got that high line momentum working as he has got 2-3 car lengths on Elliott. As they come around through turn number 3, coming off turn number 4. Dennis Elliott looking on the inside. Derek Hicks on the high side. White flag in the air. One more time around for these two guys running up front.
I will take you on track with this one.
Okay.
As we come down the back straightaway, we are side by side, wheel to wheel. Who is it going to be, race fans? Who will it be? Dennis Elliott on the inside. Derek Hicks on the outside. Coming to the line. Dennis Elliott in victory lane in car number 29. Second place. What a run for Derek Hicks in that car number 78. Car number 97 of Houston Johnson comes home third. Car number 15, Ed Noel comes in fourth, and fifth place, car number 0 of Richard Lane. Races I have ever saw in my life. Dennis, I got a feeling the little bit of the anger button hit there, and you got up on that wheel, buddy. I thought Hicks had you on that high side. No, you were not going to be denied tonight.
Well, we've lost him every way you could this year. I'm going to race somebody how they want to race me, so that's why there was rubbing coming down the front straightaway. I'm not putting up with it, so I mean, I'm not trying to be drama or nothing, but I'm just going to race people the way they want to race.
Didn't touch him when you passed him back.
No.
All right, Dennis Elliott, take us through all these great sponsors. Calm down a little. You forgot the $1,000 to win. I'll take care of him, Dick. We'll get him calmed down. Put it on. Oh, guys, one of the best shows you'll ever watch at a dirt.
Yeah, I got to thank Glendenning Motor Company, McGahey Farms, Podium Inc., Napa Auto Parts, GRT by TC Race Cars. I'm sure Mike's Garage, Allendale. I don't know. If I forgot any, I'll have to get back.
I'll tell you what, just let me know and I'll put them in the magazine. How about that? All right.
Hey, I wondered, you look pretty good. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to you.
I was going to say you were hungry for a win because you were last year's USRA track champion here at I-35 Speedway. But tonight, buddy, you got up on that wheel. Something ticked inside of you in that race car, and you put her in victory lane.
We worked on some stuff this week that's, we'll just put it top secret stuff. We'll just put it that way.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give a hats off to that 78 car. He raced y'all clean. He kept that high line. I hope all right, let's get up here. Hope the battery don't go dead on me.
Yeah, he did. He raced a good race up there, and I could see the board during the yellows and knew that he's been running good all year.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all been. There's about 5 of us that have been right there, pretty darn close. So figuring out the chess game before the other guy is the biggest thing.
I'll tell you what, race fans, another big round of applause. What a race here tonight. Big Daddy Dennis Elliott in victory lane. Nice job. Race fans, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank Bud and Amanda Wilson and the Murphy family, Paula Murphy and everything, as on such a great show for us here tonight, adding that extra money, doing everything it took to make a great race, racing for Ryan Night, one of the biggest nights we have here at I-35 Speedway. In the last 5 years, they've donated over $12,000 to St. Luke's Family Center in the NCIU unit. So I tell you what, hats off to them. And at I-35 Speedway, we always want to give back to the community, but I want to thank you, the fans, the best fans in the country, as we have the best racing action every night. What a great race y'all witnessed tonight from start to finish. Thank y'all for coming out. See everybody next week here at I-35 Speedway, where there's always more dirt tracking at its best.